Breaking Real Madrid news. Just 6 games into the season under new boss Xabi Alonso, shockwaves are hitting the Santiago Bernabéu. Vinicius Jr is no longer untouchable, with rumors of a possible January exit if his situation doesn't improve. At the same time, Jude Bellingham makes a surprise early comeback after shoulder surgery, looking leaner and faster than ever. Meanwhile, Florentino Pérez continues his dramatic Ballon d'Or boycott, refusing to send any representatives despite Madrid's big nominations. On top of that, there's transfer chaos, with Manchester United eyeing Federico Valverde in a €50 million plus Kobbie Mainoo deal. Stay tuned because today's updates are huge for every Madridista. Vinicius Jr finds himself in an unfamiliar territory at Real Madrid this season under manager Xabi Alonso. From being a permanent fixture in the starting lineup under Carlo Ancelotti, the 24-year-old attacker has seen his status change this season. In 6 games so far this term, Vinicius has already been left out of the starting lineup on 2 occasions and has not completed fully 90 minutes in even a single match. Alonso's decision to substitute him after 70-odd minutes this past weekend against Espanyol left the player confused and angry, with the player showing signs of frustration while leaving the pitch. Vinicius could consider January exit. Now, according to journalist Marcos Benito on El Chiringuito TV, Vinicius could even leave Real Madrid as early as the upcoming January transfer window if his situation under Xabi Alonso does not improve. Vinicius' contract with Real Madrid expires in 2027. There were talks over a new deal and an agreement was understood to be close, before the negotiations broke down after the latest meeting soon after the FIFA Club World Cup. The Brazilian situation since then has only served to raise more tensions about the renewal agreement being finalized. Now, it is being claimed that Vinicius is not even ruling out the idea of leaving the club midway through the season if things do not change. Saudi Arabia, for one, have always been keeping an eye on the attacker's situation and might be willing to put big money on the table to secure his signing should an opportunity present itself. Real Madrid, though, are unlikely to open the doors for a departure in January and may well end up pointing at the player's €1 billion release clause should any suitors make an approach. After being out for 2 months, Jude Bellingham finally made his return for Real Madrid, coming on as a late substitute during the win over RCD Espanyol on Saturday evening. The England international had been out since July, when he underwent shoulder surgery after the team's semi-final elimination from the FIFA Club World Cup. Even though Bellingham's return was penciled in for October, the 22-year-old worked extremely hard on his recovery and came back much earlier than anticipated. Physical transformation heading into the new season. As Bellingham stepped onto the field on Saturday, one of the most noticeable differences compared with last season was his physique, a result of a change in his training plans by Xabi Alonso and his staff, reports AS. During his first 2 years at Real Madrid he gained muscle mass, but now he appears slimmer, resembling the shape he had in the summer of 2023 when he signed under Carlo Ancelotti. That additional muscle was also aimed at strengthening the shoulder and reducing the risk of another dislocation. Antonio Pintus's training plan had helped him bulk up. However, under the new coaching staff following surgery that program has been altered. It was decided that for Bellingham's game it would be better to lose muscle mass and appear leaner. This weight loss should allow him to move faster and with greater agility. Alonso demands defensive sacrifice from his players to recover possession high up the pitch. This requires attackers to press much more aggressively, as has already been seen in the opening 6 matches of the campaign. Bellingham's leaner build should provide more endurance for such work. At Real Madrid, the hope is that following the operation he can rediscover the level he showed in his debut season, when he recorded 23 goals and 13 assists. The 2025 Ballon d'Or ceremony will take place at the Théâtre du Châtelet in Paris later tonight, where the best footballers and coaches for the year will be honored. Real Madrid once again have a number of nominations on both men's and women's side. Boycott again, maintains Florentino Pérez. However, as confirmed by The Athletic, Real Madrid will once again boycott the Ballon d'Or gala and will not have any representative present at the event in Paris today. This comes after the merengues shocked everyone by boycotting the ceremony after learning beforehand that Vinicius Jr had not won the Ballon d'Or and instead it was being awarded to Rodri. There had been some murmurs about the club's representative Emilio Butragueño potentially attending this year's ceremony, but the decision has been made. There will be no official representation. Real Madrid president Florentino Pérez has stepped in to take a hard stance against the Ballon d'Or after Vinicius' snub last season. There has been no mention of any of the players' nominations this season, while Real Madrid did not even acknowledge the Coach of the Year and the Club of the Year awards they won at the ceremony last year. Sources inside the club told The Athletic that the decision for Real Madrid to adopt such an attitude could only have come from Pérez. The Real Madrid president suspects UEFA influenced last year's decision to not award Vinicius the Ballon d'Or, given the club's continued support of the European Super League project. There is a sense of frustration from some within the club about Pérez's hard stance on the matter, but for now nothing appears to have changed from last year. Real Madrid will not have any presence at the Ballon d'Or gala, despite Vinicius, Jude Bellingham and Kylian Mbappé being nominated for the Golden Orb, Thibaut Courtois being in contention for the Yashin Trophy, and Dean Huijsen being a contender for the Copa Trophy. 6 games into the 2025-26 season, only 3 players from the Real Madrid first-team squad are yet to get any minutes under manager Xabi Alonso. 2 of them, Ferland Mendy and Endrick, have missed out through injury, although the latter finally returned to the squad versus Espanyol this past Saturday. The third player without any minutes under Alonso happens to backup goalkeeper André Lunin, who continues to be behind Thibaut Courtois in the pecking order. Lunin rejected offers to leave Real Madrid. According to Marca, Lunin had multiple opportunities to leave Real Madrid during the summer transfer window. Indeed, both Galatasaray and Fenerbahce showed interest in taking the Ukrainian international to Turkey during the summer. Meanwhile, Real Oviedo, and newly promoted to La Liga, also considered bringing him back. The 26-year-old shot-stopper left fond memories there during his loan spell in 2019-20. However, Lunin rejected all 3 proposals and opted to continue at Real Madrid, where he signed a new contract until 2030 last year. The goalkeeper's priority was always to remain at Real Madrid, even knowing that Courtois, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, was going to be the undisputed starter. At present, only an injury to the Belgian would open the door for Lunin, although the Copa del Rey in January 2026 is seen up as his only realistic chance for minutes. The outlook may appear bleak, but the 26-year-old insists he is content at both club and city. After limited opportunities last season, 14 matches, and none so far this term, Lunin has chosen patience, trusting that his chance will come. Manchester United are reportedly exploring ambitious transfer moves as they look to strengthen their midfield. A major transfer rumor is making headlines, with reports claiming that Manchester United have tabled an offer of €50 million plus youngster Kobbie Mainoo in a bid to sign Federico Valverde from Real Madrid, according to Defensa Central. The Red Devils see Valverde as a top-class addition who could transform their midfield, and the package reportedly includes cash alongside Mainoo as part of the deal. Mainoo, meanwhile, has had a tough start to the season under manager Ruben Amorim, struggling to secure regular game time and feeling frustrated with his limited opportunities. However, on the Real Madrid side, the response is clear: Valverde is untouchable. The Uruguayan is considered a vital piece of the project at the Bernabéu, with the potential to even captain the club in the future. For that reason, Los Blancos are unwilling to even consider letting him go. For Mainoo, this speculation only adds more uncertainty to what has already been a difficult campaign. Despite showing promising form in previous campaigns, he has found first-team opportunities limited so far under Amorim. The possibility of being included in a swap bid may indicate that United are prepared to consider letting him go if it helps them land a player they regard as more pivotal, like Valverde. And that wraps up today's Real Madrid headlines, from Vinicius Jr.'s shocking frustrations, to Bellingham's new physical transformation, Pérez's Ballon d'Or war, and even Manchester United's bold move for Valverde. With so many twists already this season, one thing is clear: Real Madrid's story under Xabi Alonso is only just beginning. What do you think, Madridistas? Should Vinicius fight for his place or consider leaving in January? Can Bellingham return to his Ballon d'Or form this season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, smash that like if you love Real Madrid, and don't forget to subscribe for daily transfer news, match reactions and all things Los Blancos.